Hey guys, LevelCap here. Today we're going to be talking about what we know so far for the new Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege game that's coming out in 2015. Now we've got some cool details about this game so far, but it's clearly been a very limited showing of the game. They don't want to show us all the maps, they don't want to show us all the weapons and gadgets and all that kind of stuff. They just wanted to give us a very simple look into what the gameplay would be like before, I guess, expanding our vision of the game. And for anyone who doesn't know anything about Rainbow Six Siege, my simplest and quickest way to explain this is it's Counter-Strike hostage rescue, except you have massive amounts of destruction, destroyable environments, and many more tactical options to basically get in and retrieve the hostage or defend the hostage if you're on the hostage taker side. Now it's clear that Ubisoft wants to focus on the multiplayer aspect of the game, considering that the first footage they ever released of the game was the multiplayer side, and we really haven't seen much towards the single player whatsoever. The pacing of the round seems very quick, and there should be about 5 minutes between each round, enough time giving you time to alter your tactics, set up your equipment and gear for the next combat phase, and then basically fight it out. So you have a 1-minute preparation phase for both attackers and defenders, in which the defenders set up barricades, they block off windows, they set booby traps in the house and stuff like that, and the SWAT team gets to send in little recon drones and basically figure out where the booby traps are as best as they can and figure out their plan of attack. Once that phase is over, then you have a 3-minute combat phase where the SWAT team has to try and rescue the hostage or take out all the hostage takers. Likewise, the hostage takers have to either take out the entire SWAT team or keep the hostage in the house until the end of that 3-minute period. I imagine the maps are going to change up a bit too, so it might not always just be a house. Maybe you'll be in a bank and the SWAT team will have to get the hostages out of the bank. And just like Counter-Strike, you will switch sides between rounds, so you can't just have offensive strategies, you will have to have defensive strategies as well. Now, for the first time in a long time, this Rainbow Six game is being built on an engine other than the Unreal Engine. This is actually being built on the Anvil Next engine, which is basically the one that they're using in the current Assassin's Creed games. And obviously, the engine has been modified heavily considering the level of destruction available. You're going to be able to destroy individual floorboards in this, one by one if you so choose, or blow them up all at once with some C4 if you want. This is going to give you the ability to basically adjust your cover and your angle of fire very specifically if you want to fire from one room into another. The game's going to be available on both next-gen consoles with a frame rate of 60 FPS, and is also going to be available on PC. Now, the good thing about them not having to make this game for old-gen consoles is that in many ways they've ended up dumbing down the engine or technology so that it could work on the 360 or PS3, thus reducing the quality of the game. But that doesn't seem to be the case for Rainbow Six Siege, and that's pretty exciting. There's not too many games yet that have decided to just move completely onto next-gen. There's also going to be a class system for each team. So there's going to be 3 different classes, both for the SWAT team and the hostage taking team. The SWAT team consists of the assaulter, who gets an assault rifle, breaching charge, flash grenades. They'll also get the breacher class, which has shotguns, destruction based equipment, and then there will be the point man, who has the riot shield and a pistol. The hostage team will have the protector, who gets a shotgun and deployable bulletproof shield. They'll also have the trapper, who gets SMGs, nitro cells, which are essentially C4, and barbed wire. Then they're also going to have a sentry, which is going to have nitro cells and a pistol. I assume they're going to get something else, since that seems a little bit limited right now. Again, we have very limited information on the classes, but it seems like we're going to have a cool balance between defensive, offensive, and then specialized, which would be breaching or intel or sniping or something like that. We certainly don't have a complete weapons list yet in the game, but as you can see, the G36C is a prominent weapon. There's going to be an MP5 in the game as well, a MAC-10, the M1911 pistol. There's going to be both flashbangs and concussion grenades, and I expect we're going to be seeing a lot of other SWAT-oriented weaponry. I wouldn't be surprised to see the UMP-45 in the game. Now, something that's really been emphasized in this game is the hostage AI. Normally in Counter-Strike or other hostage rescue first-person shooters, the hostages just kind of stand there blankly, not doing anything till you interact with them. In Counter-Strike, you can put them on your shoulder and carry them around. Other games, you'll put them into little bags, or they'll just kind of disappear when you get to them. In this game here, though, the hostage looks and acts like a normal person. When the hostage sees a drone or UAV, they'll try and signal to it. Sometimes they'll yell through rooms to try and make you aware of their location. And as the defending team, you can actually use the hostage as a human shield, which is going to make it much harder for the SWAT team to actually gain control. So there's going to be a lot of really cool elements surrounding the hostage situation, and I imagine this is basically going to make the hostage mode much more enjoyable from previous hostage mode games like Counter-Strike, again where the hostages just didn't seem to really add much to the game mode itself. Developers have also put a big emphasis on the fact that you won't be playing each round the same way twice, and much like in Counter-Strike where you could literally time grenades, bounce them off of specific walls and know exactly where they were going to land on the enemy side, this game mode seems like it's going to be a little bit more random. The hostage could be in a different room each time. Seems like this game mode you're going to have so many different ways to breach in, going through roofs, going through floors, going through windows, or even the front door if you want. So certainly map familiarity will be a really big important aspect to this game, but I imagine intel and just listening to the environment around you is going to give you a much better picture of which way the enemy team is coming from, rather than just knowing the most popular attacking routes. Apparently bullet physics are also going to be pretty realistic as well. Not only will they do different kinds of damages at different ranges, but also the holes that you put in walls and the amount of the environment you're able to destroy with them will greatly differ. A 9mm handgun will probably not put a very large round in a wall, but a shotgun will certainly put a pretty big hole in the wall, along with anything that shoots a 5.56 style round like this G36C. Now a lot of the gameplay you're watching right now is from the reveal event, where they played a mode where most of the round was very scripted. Callouts were scripted, the paths that they took through houses were very scripted, but we did also have the opportunity to watch some unscripted rounds on Twitch TV, and although they didn't quite have the same cinematic feel as they did with the scripted rounds, it still looked very tactical and like it was going to be a lot of fun. I'm actually really looking forward to somebody making such a big effort on controlling the tactical multiplayer market. We really don't have any games right now, aside from Counter-Strike, which has been around forever, that have made a good attempt at trying to break into this market in a really realistic way. So I'm excited for this game, and I can't wait to play some sort of gameplay demo of this, hopefully in the near future. I really hope that the PC version of this game is not just a port, considering that the PC has played such a vital role in competitive first-person shooters. As always guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is LevelCap signing off.